What's up guys, Jesse and Melissa here with Adventure Endeavor, and today we are going to be doing our first impressions on the Anker Solix C1000 power box. Anker did go ahead and send this out to us. We so far have been using it for about a week now, and first impressions are we really love it because you can charge it or power anything off of this car socket, and it also has several 110 outlets here, which are really nice. And then you can charge the box itself off of like a house outlet 110, and it'll charge in 58 minutes if you're using this port, so that's nice, really fast to recharge if you've got that capability. And you can use this port here to charge it with a solar panel as well. It also has a nice solid feeling unibody design with these anti-skid feet on the bottom, and it's 26 pounds. So it's a little bit on the heavier side, so it feels solid, feels durable, but it's got these like built-in handles on the side right here that you can use to lift it up, which is nice for something that is that heavy. Okay, and this box itself does have the capacity for 1056 watt hours. You do have the option here to add an external box that would just sit right on top and then plug into here, and that is going to increase your total watt hours up to 2,112. So it adds quite a bit, almost, well, I guess that's double, right?
Yeah, it's basically
double.
Exactly double. And that's sold separately, but it's super convenient with that plug that they have. Looks like a proprietary plug, but basically you plug it in, sets on top, and you double capacity if you feel like you need it.
Yeah, so you can just get it with just this box, or you can add that one if that suits your needs better.
All right, so this is what comes in the box. So you have your solar charging cord here. This box can take up to 600 watts of solar, and it can charge in 1.8 hours, and that's in optimal conditions. And it has a built-in charge controller, which is great. This is your standard house charger here. They claim it can charge up into 58 minutes. It'll be charged to full. And then this is your car charger here. So you got a cigarette lighter, and then this end plugs in here. So that is what comes in the box. This thing has a 5-year warranty, and it can do up to 3,000 life cycles. So that means basically the battery's full, bring it all the way down to dead, charge it all the way back up. 3,000 life cycles will last you a very, very long time. They recommend charging it to full if you're gonna store it for an extended period of time.
And it does come with Life PO4 batteries.
Across all 11 plugs, that's the car socket, all the 110 outlets, the USBs, everything, you could have an output of 2,400 watts. Now, just these down here have a built-in 1,800 watt inverter, which is really nice because you can run some pretty high appliances. Like you could run an electric kettle. I'm sure you could run like waffle makers, potentially a curling iron, depending on the size of the curling iron. And typically you can find out what wattage they all pull. There should be a tag on the cord of most of your small appliances. This would probably run a coffee pot, which is really nice because if you're out camping, it just gives you a lot of options.
I am a big fan of this display. You have the option to, well, right now it's on, but you have the option to turn it on, press it once just to check the power level, and then when you press and hold, it actually turns the box itself on. So you have to turn the box on and then select the power output up down here with the inverter or the car socket if you want to turn either one of those on. And there's just a nice little button there and then a little display icon to tell you that it is actually on and able to pull power. These ones right here, you don't have to press any additional button in order to pull power from these little ports.
Show them the light. Show them
yeah,
the light.
so this part's cool. It has a little light, so it has 3 different levels on this light bar here. So 1 watt, 2 watts, or 3 watts. So that's really just a nice additional feature there. So when you are pulling power from the box, it's then going to show you that there is power going out, the number of watts going out, and the number of hours left remaining on the battery life.
And it does show you the input as well when you're charging it, whether it be solar, car, or 110. It'll show you the amount of power that's going in as well. And I really like the light because, you know, if you're in the dark camping and you're trying to plug these things in, especially these dang USBs, you know, you got a 50% try every time, and it takes you 3 or 4 times to get it in. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It's science. Yeah, it's nice that they have this little light, nice camp light. If you're cooking,
Yeah.
you can use it for that as well.
You don't necessarily have to pull out your phone and turn on the flashlight to see what you're doing.
Exactly.
So.
The smaller USBs, there's a 100 watt and then a 30 watt. But overall, this thing is super sweet. We've been charging it basically off solar. We have a 165 watt panel on the roof of our truck, and it's been working well.
Yeah, and there is another button right here. This is for connecting to the app that you can download on your phone. We have not done that yet, just because generally when we're trying out a new product, we like to just go for it, give it a shot before we mess with any settings, to be honest, because we just like to see how user-friendly any product may be. So far, so good. We noticed that this car socket does not automatically turn itself off. But these inverter plugs right here, the 110, it does seem that these shut off after a period of time. So that may be something that's adjustable in the app. Just kind of want you to be aware of that going into it. It may be something that you might need to mess with the settings a little bit, and we're gonna do that and then see how that changes things.
All right, so this is our truck camper, which we haven't shot a video on yet, but it's coming soon. It's really cool. We've been using it as our office. And this Anker power box is absolutely perfect for this situation. Like we said, we got a panel on the roof, and right here, I have these wires coming down from the panel, and basically I just spliced on the correct adapter so it can plug in and charge. Don't need to worry about a charge controller because it's built in. It can take 600 watts. We only have 165. This truck camper basically came with all the wires to this Anderson connector, and then we have 2 leads here. And then what I did for the time being, because we're still experimenting and we're gonna get it all figured out, is basically everything off the truck camper runs off this. And there's not a lot of power in here. So we will be using the max fan occasionally, a water pump for our sink, and then there's a set of USB charging ports up there for Melissa when she's working. Occasionally we run this ice cold fridge, but we don't run the ice cold fridge constantly because we just don't really need to have that much fridge storage. So why be draining the box? And she used the box for this past week and didn't really have any issues other than the funky 110 ports shutting off, and we're gonna get the app and see if we can figure that out so they can stay on longer. But for the most part, she charges everything off 12 volt. I'm gonna show you right here. It is 26 pounds. It's not too hard to get in here, but it does fit in here fairly well for us. Basically put this in here. Eventually we're gonna tie it down because we do a lot of off-roading. And then we just take this guy. Like I said, I'm gonna clean this all up. This is just temporary to make sure it's gonna be in the right place. Put this sucker in. You would turn that on. You can hear the fan connect on, and that's that.
All right, just to show you guys, we are currently charging our camera here. We're pulling 5 watts on the camera. We have 86 watts coming in. It does show that it is 100%. But I bet you it's very close, and it just is trying to top it off. And that 86 watts is coming in from our solar panel, just to show you that. And then you can see the drain. If I turn on this light, the drain on the wattage goes up a bit higher because now we have the light on and we're charging our camera that we're currently shooting on right now.
And it does then show you the number of hours it's going to take to recharge up to full. So it shows it's at 100%, but it will take 0.1 hours to actually become 100% full.
Yeah, it's at like 99.5 probably, yeah. But it's showing 100.
So that's pretty cool. Okay, so again, I've been using this thing for work for the past week, charging my laptops, charging my hotspot, my phone, without even using the app, without even diving into that yet. So far I'm really happy with it. We'll definitely do like an update later on after we've been using it for a while. But if you have any questions on the Anker Solix C100, C1000, please leave a comment down below and let us know.
We will also link it in the description below in case you want to grab one.
Thanks for watching.